Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Libra in April 2019. What's going on, Libra? How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Alright, guys, first official day of April. So I don't know if that sits well with you, that being that it's April Fool's Day, but the point of me mentioning that it's April is to highlight the fact that that Mercury retrograde that happened back in March is over. It is officially over. And I hope that if you had any experience with the retrograde, that it went as smoothly as possible for you guys. On my side of things, not the easiest Mercury retrograde I've ever been through. So yeah, man, I'm happy that it's over. And, you know, if you were affected, I'm assuming you are happy that it was over too. All right, guys, shuffle it off camera. That's your main spread there. What I'll do now is I'll shuffle for the outcome and the overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. Timestamp is in the description box below. Also down there is the information you need if you want to get a reading with me. The readings currently are set to $25, which is a really good price for what you get, which is typically a 35 to 45 minute reading with me. That I record and then I upload to YouTube for you privately, and you can watch at your leisure as much as you want. But I mentioned the pricing, and I'm going to go into a little bit of a spiel here because I've been doing this YouTube thing for about a year now, and sort of as, you know, I created this in order to reach as many people as possible, but then also to kind of, you know, kind of enhance myself as a reader. So I'm going to be introducing some new readings that I would offer. I'm also going to change the pricing on the sort of general pick whatever reading you want that I provide now. So basically, come June, Libra, the prices will be going up. There will be new readings, and then the prices for what's already offered will go up. So if you've been thinking, hemming and hawing, not really sure if you should get a reading with me, or if this is your first time and you're just like, yes, I have to, I would suggest getting it now while the price is still pretty dang cheap. 25 bucks. That's pretty cheap. Okay. So if you're interested in that, everything that you need to know is in the description box, and you just follow those steps and we'll hook something up, okay? All right, enough of my not so great sales pitch. And let's get your outcome for April, okay? Libra outcome for April 2019, please. Outcome for Libra in April 2019, please. That one? Okay, thank you. Bottom of the deck is the overall. And this, ooh, come here. Kind of slid underneath that other card. All right, so let's flip everything over and see what you've got. Oh gosh, this guy's been coming up every day. And she's here too. Everybody's here. Return players. Returning friends from other readings I've done so far for the month. All right, let's see. Oh, and your outcome needs to be overturned. Oh boy. No. We'll see how that goes for you. All right, and how we look on camera looks pretty good. All right, let's get into it. Please show me Libra in April 2019. Please show me where Libra is in April 2019. Please show me Libra in April 2019. Please show me. Wow. Wow, that was fast. But again, okay. Unless you cross-watch other readings, you would not know this, but my guides have been doing some crazy shit, man. With my neck, with my head. They make me turn my head when I ask where the... I don't know what it is. Anyway, let me get this one more time. Libra, please. April 2019. Just to be sure, because it was kind of in between. Okay, thank you. Okay. And then they cricked my neck upwards. What are you guys doing to my body? That's really strange. I don't know why they're doing that. Okay, so I clarified it because it was between this and this card. So it was like in this vicinity. So I wanted to be clear. All right. So Libra, coming into April, you come in with the Princess of Pentacles. And it's still doing that crap with my camera. I don't know what the hell happened to these settings. Anyway, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn, you might be dealing with any of those signs, but like I said, this is where you're coming in. And so for you, Princess of Pentacles, equivalent to a Page of Pentacles in other tarot decks. Libra. I think like you're not moving very fast, right? You're a page or a princess, right? You're on foot, no horses. I mean, in this deck there are no horses with the knights, but you know, if we think of the traditional artwork for the pages, they're on foot and they're traveling. So you're moving very slowly. And it's not any much, you know, being on foot, and it's not any much faster being that it's a Pentacles. But I feel that you have intention of progress. I feel that you have intention of being more practical, more logical, more sensible with whatever you're moving towards or whatever you're moving away from. You might be moving away from something. But there is this very new or very fresh intention to grow something, to expand, to learn, to experience something new. But it's regardless of how you're planning or what you're intending, I think your motivation is to mature. It's kind of weird. Let me see if I can clean that up a little bit. So Libra, with this Princess of Pentacles energy, you would be investing. There it is. You're starting to invest in your own future, in your own life, in your own development in ways that you've never done before. As an air sign, earth energy, it's your opposite, right? You're up in the clouds, you're blowing through the trees, you know, blowing across the grasslands, and Pentacles related to earth energy is planted on the ground, stable, secure, not much movement. Air is very much about movement. So it's a change of pace for you to move this slowly, to be this methodical, to be this rational or this well thought out. You know, like I'm saying, you're planning, you're going step by step, methodical. And that's new to you, this approach. Yeah? Can be boring. You might be bored with it. So, sorry. But I think it's helping you in some way. This going slower, or if it's not necessarily about speed, because it can just be about, like I was just describing, the qualities of the Princess of Pentacles, methodical, you know, rational, or trying to be reasonable, or trying to be logical. And not to say that, Libra, you aren't those things initially or innately, excuse me. It's just to say that I think air signs, particularly you, Libra, are a lot more carefree, a lot more hands-off, a lot more, you know, open to whatever, you know, a lot more experimental in some ways. There's not a lot of wiggle room with this Princess of Pentacles energy. And I think I'm going on and on about it because I think you struggle with this, as you would, as a Libra, as a sign of duality, as a sign that, you know, swings like a pendulum, okay? You oscillate like a fan. You go left, you go right, you go left, you go right. That's like your bag, right? And being decisive. This is a decisive energy. Even if it's slow, even if it's new and not as mature as, say, a Prince of Pentacles or Queen or King of Pentacles, it still is very solid. Whatever you're moving towards, working on, developing, like I said, investing in. I'm not getting any area of your life, so this could be your work, this could be your family life, this could be your romantic life, I don't know. But it's just like intently, I'm focused on changing things up. I'm focused on developing something down the line. It's like this maturing. It's like an, it's sort of like, I always go to like food analogies because I feel we all love food, don't we? Or at least we all eat food, most of us, right? But it's sort of like this aging of wine, or having to age cheese, or having to let bread or dough rise before you put it into the oven and it becomes bread. It's like it takes time. It takes some maturing process before you can get to the next step, which is to, you know, open the bottle of wine or package it or, you know, I don't know, I forget the process of cheese, or put the damn dough in the oven and make it into a loaf of bread. So it takes a minute. And I feel that you're doing it, but you're also like not wanting to do it. Okay. It's like, I'm doing this thing, and maybe that's it. Like, maybe you've committed to something. Maybe you've made a promise to yourself, and you don't want to renege on that promise. You don't want to go back on what you said you would do. You're trying to hold true to the promises you made to someone else, or the promises that you've made to yourself. Okay? But it's a slow process to get this thing going. It's a slow process to see the changes or see the results, whatever you're looking for in terms of the payoff. Okay? Now, are we going there? Where are we good? Because that's just you by yourself. That's what you're doing. Now, what else is going on here? So we've got some people around you. Yeah, for sure. But I think, yes, thank you. I was like, so where are we going? 8 of Cups above. This guy, he's been coming up for a few signs. 8 of Cups, emotional dissatisfaction, feeling adrift, feeling like, oh, I'm not, something's missing here, something isn't, you know, jiving here, I don't feel happy, I don't feel contented, blah, 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 right? Sorry, I'm not trying to demean your situation, I'm just trying to really get to the story, because I think there's a story here. Because what he always reminds me of is somebody who had it all, but then suddenly lost it all. In an emotional sense, since we're talking about cups, right? So at one point, Libra, you were very happy. You were very contented. You were on your yacht. You were dressed in your little, I don't know what you call this, your sea attire, whatever, or your ocean attire. I don't know. And you were just cruising along on your yacht or cruising along on your cruise ship, whatever. And then out of nowhere, you know, like abandoned ship, shipwrecked, and now you're here beached. No escape whatsoever, and you're just like contemplating, man, life was really good back on that yacht. Now, that's not to say that whatever the yacht represents to you, this is just an analogy, of course. Whatever the yacht represents to you, it's not to say that you want the yacht back. You want the feeling of being on that yacht back. You want the happiness, the celebration, the contentment, the safety, whatever. You want that back. So why do I use this analogy, or what are we talking about here? Basically, even if the yacht is still intact, whatever the yacht is to you, your job, your family life, your own self-identity, whatever it is, it still goes about its business. You know, you still wake up every morning, kiss your husband good morning, or, you know, you put your kids on the school bus, whatever. But there's something now emotionally missing. Emotionally has been basically destroyed. Lost at sea, maybe, yeah? And I feel that this has happened a long time ago. Relatively long. Months, maybe years. For some of you, maybe you're just getting to this point and you're like, holy shit, I am unhappy with this in my life, or I'm unhappy with this relationship, or I'm unhappy in this situation, and it's brand new to you. But I feel for most Libras out there, this has been hanging around you for a minute. And this is what you are making slow steps towards rectifying, towards finding a remedy to, towards, you know, just completely not brushing it off, but healing it as best you can. And again, if we're talking about a relationship, if we're talking about certain circumstances in your life, it's not that you want that relationship back. It's not that you want, let's say it's a job, you quit or you got fired or whatever. It's not the person or the location or the specifics of what we're talking about. It's the feeling that you want back. So, if it's a job, you left that job, you hated it, you hated your boss, you hated working there, but you liked the work that you did, let's say, as an example. So you want to get that contentment with your work back, feeling as if you're a part of a team, feeling as if the work that you do is impactful for some community that you work with, or working with clients, or for some of you, making money made you happy. I don't know. It's Cups and Pentacles, so it does have some attachment to both your emotional realm and your physical 3D realm, okay? And how they intermingle and how they kind of intersect with one another, okay? And I feel that you were sitting for a long time. Some of you are still sitting in this energy. And like I said, it's kind of tentative, this Princess of Pentacles, this initial, let's get things changed around here. Let's see some action around here. She's not running out the gates. She's not bursting out. All right, let's do it. You know, it's very, okay, I've thought about it. Type up a little outline of your plan or something like that, or you make a list, a to-do list, and maybe you knock one thing off that to-do list once a week, and it's 20 items long. That's 20 weeks. How many months is that? I'm not good at math. That's 5 months, right? Yeah, 5 months. Yes, it's 5 months. So you see what I mean? So like, this is still slow, but at least now I feel we know what we're talking about. Your emotional discontent, your emotional lack. Something is off, something is missing. You want a semblance of what you had before, not the exact same thing that you had before, but something that looks similar and feels similar and that you can be happy with, okay? Now, all that's in the center. When things come in the center on my readings, we usually have something here and something here. 2 different storylines or 2 different things that kind of focus in on the center. So what do we got? Well, I feel we have someone here who you dealt with, and maybe someone here that you're dealing with. Could be. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you. So like here, someone who's, you know them, they're next to you, maybe next door to you, maybe a neighbor, something like that, but there's someone close to you. Strength card, card of Leo, so that it might be a Leo, but there just might be a Leo in your midst who's significant. It doesn't have to be this exact person, but beyond any of that, it's a general reading, and it's more about the energy. And what I feel is we have someone who has fought a good fight within themselves. This is about their inner strength. Could be you. So, I mean, it's very general. This reading is super general, so you know, try and piece things together as we move along, okay? But this person has faced a lot of adversity. But no, people know. Okay, thank you. Because I was going to say it's only adversity to them, but no, other people know it's adversity. And they have triumphed for the most part. They found some semblance, some piece of inner strength. Okay? This is accomplishment for this person. To have done something with you, or done something in partnership with you, or to have had an experience with you, to have whatever with you. It's with you. If it's not you, it's definitely with you, this person, and their energy. It's like an entanglement of sorts. And whatever happened between you, the good, the bad, the ugly, I don't know. This person came out like this. Stronger, tougher, more resilient. Hurt, for sure. If you tangle with a lion, barehanded, no weaponry, ask Siegfried or Roy, whichever one got attacked, you come away with some scars, okay? So, why is this person here? I think you see each other. Maybe you are still working with this person, you still have some type of relationship with this person, or you see each other like in passing. Like you guys are like friend of friends, like maybe you used to be close, but now you're kind of, you know, further out from the inner circle of friends or family members or something, and you kind of only see each other a few times a year, or maybe once or twice a month, something, I don't know. But there's this acknowledgement of, I'm in my strength, you're over there doing your Princess of Pentacles thing, and you both kind of give each other the nod, the, hey. And, you know, they go, hey, what's up? And you're like, not much, how are you? It's like that. Like, we know each other, we have history, but there's nothing more to say other than, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Have a nice day. And it's not venomous. I don't feel that this is contentious. I just feel it's an acknowledgement of, we had a thing, we had a relationship of some sort, family, work, romance, whatever, and now we don't. Or what we have now, if it's still close, is just not the same. And there's a divergence in your energies. This is fire sign energy. This is very bold and brash. It's very, not quick, but it's very firm and it's very expressive. Princess of Pentacles is a lot more demure. It's a lot quieter. It's a lot, like I said before, slower, methodical. And the Strength card can kind of have a slower approach, but there will be bursts of energy or bursts of expression, okay? And maybe you've swapped roles in a way, because I feel like that stuff that I was just saying about the Strength card, you know, bursts of energy, you know, kind of, you know, can take it up a notch as soon as, you know, at the drop of a hat, whatever. I feel that that's mostly Libra. Like, you innately are like that. But like I said in the beginning, you're kind of different right now. You won't be different forever. In the moment, you're just different, okay? Now, for this person, why are they here? They're playing a big role in your life. So this could be a mother, a father, brother, sister, best friend, father of your children, whatever. They're significant. They're going to be here. Between these two, they're going to be here forever. Because the Judgment is above them, and it's across from here. Okay. So Judgment. Secondary card of Scorpio. So there might be a Scorpio in your midst, but it does not have to be. Judgment is that whole, what once was buried rises again. And it comes up for final judgment. It comes up for the final, you know, nay or yay kind of thing. It also is sort of a rebirth, right? So at some point, maybe you and this person will reunite in some type of way. Maybe you'll get that closeness back to your relationship. But right now there is a divergence. Right now there is a, let's everybody step away. You go to your corner. They go to their corner. That is definitely in the air. But with Judgment, it's more of like, let's go back at a later time, maybe in April, but maybe somewhere in the future, and let's reevaluate the situation. Maybe not for a reunion, but more of a reestablishment of something. Because I don't feel, whatever type of relationship this was for you and this person, Libra, I don't feel it would ever get back to what it was. You don't want that, they don't want that. Number one. You both have passed that judgment. We can't go back to what we had. We just can't. Everything that's transpired between us, everything you said, everything I said, everything that we've done to each other, no way. There's no way we could get blah, blah, blah back. There's no way that we could have this again. You both know that. But there's still this, if we continue to go forward and we have to know each other, we're family, we're best friends, we are ex-lovers, or we're still married, but we're doing this weird trial separation thing, or we're opening up our marriage, whatever your situation is, you both know it can't be the same again. And that's kind of the rebirth. Yeah? We are reborn as this in this relationship. We are now going to be defined as this, whatever label you put on it, whatever way you want to be addressed by other people around you. Don't call us Tim and Gina. Just call me Tim and call her Gina. We're not together. Or I don't know what it is. And you both will come to that decision together. And this person, the Strength card person, I think they're trying their best. It's hard for them. I'm going to say that. It's hard for them. But they're trying their best to embrace that energy. It's like right above them. It's in their consciousness. It's in their mind all the time. They want to be okay with or be done with, aka get over it. Let's just go ahead and get this rebirthing shit out of the way. They want to get it handled quickly. Like, let's go. If we're not doing this anymore, if this is how we're going to redefine our relationship, cool. That's what it is, and that's what I want it to be. But there's an issue on your side of things, Libra, because your Eight of Cups reflects on this rebirth, or is affected, is the best way I can say. You're affected by this rebirth. Again, I don't think you want back whatever you had before. I don't think you want that. I think maybe that's it. Thank you. Because I'm like, what is this? Nostalgia, maybe? Memories? Clinging to memories? feeling really, you know, attached to what it used to be. And you know it's not possible to have it anymore. Like this guy sitting there dreaming about that yacht. That thing is sunk, man. That thing is at the bottom of the ocean. Let's get over it. Let's build a raft and get the hell out of here, Bob. So, like, that's what I'm feeling. It's like some of you, not all of you, but a fair amount of you are doing this. And that's why it's a slow process. Because you're still stuck here thinking about, well, now I can't call this person, or now I can't, you know, we can't do this activity together because we're not friends anymore. Like, what is this, fucking high school? Sorry, but, like, most of you out here are adults. Go make new friends. Go get a new activity. I liked hanging out with him. He always liked to do this. Other people like that shit, too. Like, channeling for somebody. Maybe I'm channeling for, you know, the other side of Libra that is resilient and wanting to move on. And, you know, having to address this side of Libra that's, like, stuck in the past or, like, reminiscing too much. It's just like, listen, that's all well and good. We will always have the memories. Let's look at the photos later. But for now, let's just get the hell out of here. And I don't know why I have to harp on you, because I feel most of you will quickly snap yourselves out of that energy when it happens anyway. You might spend a couple minutes, maybe you'll spend an entire day reminiscing and being nostalgic. But the next day, you're up out of bed, back on this, I'm going to make my life better train, and I'm going to improve myself, and I'm going to mature, and all this other kind of shit. Yeah? So, interesting. What's here? And that's interesting, because if this was linear, that would be the past. This would be the present. And this would be the future. I don't read linearly. I don't intend to. And I'm not saying that's what that is, but it's very apt that these two cards came on this side, which is normally the past, right? Now. Okay, so you're focusing on your money, on your job, on your hustle. 8 of Pentacles, right? And that's interesting because Judgment, like I said, is a rebirth. And if I read it like across, not in a linear sense, but just across, we have a intention to be reborn, calling up the dead and asking to pass final judgment on it. What are we passing final judgment on? The 8 of Cups. This needs to be dealt with. This needs to be cleaned up. How do we clean it up? 8 of Pentacles. So a lot of you will be, or you already have been, shifting your concerns away from your emotional state to your 3D environment, your material world, your material presence, your house, your money, your car, your job, your health, your time, all the things that you value that exist here in the 3D world here on Earth that matters to you, you are developing it. Those are the things you can taste, see, touch, hear, all of that, okay? So you've shifted away from your emotional realm towards your physical realm. Good for you. Because this 8 of Cups, thinking back, stop it. And for some of you, this is like so new. Like, can you see like the, oh God, this stupid color changing shit. Can you see that beam of light it's not coming from her head, it's coming from like above her head. So there's something that has dawned on you, maybe your guides or the universe or God, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, is like kind of pointing you in the right direction, like shining a spotlight on an opportunity. I'm not really feeling, well, maybe an opportunity, but where you can divert this energy that's in the 8 of Cups, where you can funnel it and channel it directly. So again, job. Maybe some of you, a hobby. Maybe you left a marriage and now you're solo dolo, living that, you know, midlife crisis bachelor life. And you're like, you know what? I've always wanted to restore a car. So you go, you get a clunker of a car and you're like, I'm going to restore this thing. That could be you. It's a hobby. It involves physical, your physical material world. You got to spend money. You got to work on the car with your hands. You got to buy parts. You got to, you know, do all this stuff. There's something about redirecting your attention to whatever you're trying to obtain or maintain or stabilize in your physical world, that shifts this out of the way. Shifts it out of the way. Get it out of here. This guy. I'm tired of seeing him. No offense to you. You guys, if you're not cross-watching, this is your first time seeing him, but he's been here enough in April. Everybody's like, dealing with him. So, and this is, okay, and that attaches in the triangle, which is, you know, sometimes what I see is triangles here. And this attaches in the triangle with the Judgment, with your intention to move away from whatever you've had before, what you're nostalgic about, but you ultimately know you must move away from, and then you move towards the Eight of Pentacles. You like I said, you funnel your intentions, your abilities, your skills into that Eight of Pentacles. Some of you might be getting new jobs. Some of you might be picking up second or third jobs. Some of you, the flower is giving me a little bit of a creative vibe. So some of you might be having a side hustle that's like an Etsy shop, or like a, I don't know what the hell you would do as a side hustle, like beyond Uber or like pizza delivery, but something that is creative, something that, you know, kind of allows you to express yourself. Yeah? Good. Do that. Now, who the hell's this? I got a lot of attitude today with your reading. Am I channeling how you feel? Like there's this, I feel like there's a repressed, like, attitude, like, ugh, I'm not going to say what I really want to say. Let me say it a nice way. It's kind of what I'm feeling for some of you. Now, is that what this is? Who is this? Who is this? Could be. Could be her or him. It doesn't matter. There's no gender. Could be the Strength card person, and if so, they've turned into a battle axe. Okay? They're not very pleasant to be around. Your exchanges with them, for now, are unpleasant. They're just like, annoying you. You annoy them. You know, they try to trigger you. They try to bait you into some argument or bait you into some nonsensical crap, and you're just like, shut up. And they say shut up to you. It's just like an impassive communication, if that's who that is. For some, I think it's like, if it's not this person, this is energy that belongs to you, and this is impatience. This is feeling bogged down. This is feeling caught up in, like, every hour on the clock, every minute on the clock. You feel it pass. You watch the minutes tick over at your job. You watch, you know, the minutes tick down when you go to bed. You're just like, everything is like, because I said this is fast, or excuse me, this is slow. I said this is slow, excuse me. But this innately, as a fire sign energy, Queen of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, is much faster than the Pentacles. Absolutely, much faster. So I feel like that thing that I was saying earlier about the pendulum and you oscillating, you might go between this carefully optimistic Princess of Pentacles energy versus this ornery, like, bored or impatient Queen of Wands energy. And you might go between those things. Because the Queen of Wands, when she's like this, she doesn't give a shit about anything. Well, except herself. And the few people or things that she really, really, really values. Which makes sense because we talked about values underneath, or excuse me, up above in the Eight of Pentacles. So when you're in this energy, you have very little fucks to give, okay? I already dropped one F-bomb on you, so I might as well just go ahead and continue. But, you know, she has very little give a care about much of anything. So here's caring a lot, being careful, being patient, being thorough, to being, you know, foot tapping. Like, it's that person, like, when you go into a restaurant or like a department store or anywhere, and it's that person who taps their foot, they're checking their watch every, like, 30 seconds. They're, We need a manager here. It's that person, like almost entitled, almost like feeling as if I'm too good, I'm too wise, I'm too skilled or smart to be dealing with this bullshit out here. Take me back to my castle. Put me back on my throne. I don't need to be out here with these peasants. I don't know who this is. It could, again, still be the strength card person, because, again, if we do the other triangle, boom, 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 they have turned into, like I said, a battle axe. In their reflection, the strength that they've built up for themselves, they might be misappropriating the Queen of Wands energy if they are not naturally in a strength position. Like I said, I think I said that earlier. I don't think they've worked to get to this level. They've worked to get to this resilience, and they might demonstrate it in a foul way. I'm going to say that. Not the nicest. If it's not them, you share it. You touch that, and that's you. Whoever, you know better than me. I don't know, but not a fan. Not a fan of that Queen of Wands in the reverse. And it could just be momentarily. Not momentarily, circumstantially. You know? If this is like your sister, and maybe this is like a family affair. This is like a issue within the family. Maybe your sister's pretty cool when it's just you and her talking, when it's just you and her hanging out. But then here comes Aunt Gina. Remember from Tim and Gina, right? And here comes Aunt Gina, and then your sister turns into the Queen of Wands because Aunt Gina walked into the room. Something like that. So I feel like this is reactionary. And it's never good, in my opinion, to be reactionary. You want to have responses. You don't want to have reactions, right? And that's a lesson I've recently learned over the past couple of years, because Lord knows I've been reactionary most of my life. But I've come to kind of understand and appreciate the nuanced differences between a response and a reaction. Whoever this is, you, someone else, maybe just the energy of a group of people around you, or different people manifest this or exhibit this energy around you. Reactionary, not great, not mature. And the Queen of Wands is meant to be mature. You know, she's second from the top in terms of court card hierarchy, yeah? Now, your outcome, Libra, for the month of April, you have the High Priestess in reverse. Now, this is interesting to me because, and maybe that's what's going on here. High Priestess, secondary card of Cancer. You have a lot of potential signs around you. Fill them in as need be, but don't, okay? But High Priestess in reverse. Get in touch with yourself. Get in touch with your guides. Now, we've talked a lot about you today, Libra. We've talked a lot about you and your intentions, where you are emotionally, where you are in terms of your physical world and the material world that you the material items that you surround yourself with, right? That is being in touch with you, but it's in this place. Like, this is very, like, spiritual, is what I mean. If you're not spiritual, number one, I would think you would be watching a tarot reading. But if you're not spiritual, if you're more religious, or if you're more question mark, I don't really know, find something. Find something that speaks to you outside of this world, outside of your senses, yeah? Because this is all sensory stuff here. The High Priestess doesn't live in that world of the the 5 or 6 senses that we as humans experience. She's got all the senses. She has all of the perception and ways of understanding at her disposal. She's a deep, deep character. And she, most of the time, has viable knowledge for you. And I say most of the time because often the information that she has, you can't even understand it in the moment when it comes, or in the moment that you seek it. You're like, hey, High Priestess. You know, if you work with tarot cards, or if you work with tarot readers or psychics or stuff like that, they might, you know, present you with this card, and they might say something that sounds cryptic to you. Or, you know, as you work with the cards yourself, you're like, tell me what I need to know, and this comes up. That's cryptic, because she doesn't... The High Priestess knows, but when she expresses it to you, when it's shown to you, when it's said to you, when it's divulged to you, you might not understand it in that moment. So that is something that you need to work on, or that you need to consider, or that you kind of need to pray on or meditate on, release, relinquish, accept what you don't know. Something like that is in the works for you guys. It's very grand. It's very high level shit, And a lot of you don't appreciate this because, you're just like, I don't need more question marks in my life. I need more answers. And the irony of the High Priestess a lot of times is the answer of not knowing, or the position of feeling like you don't know, is the answer. Sometimes I argue with my friends about these things, because sometimes in life, or at least when I was younger, I was one of the mind, it's better to know than not know. And throughout my life, I would, have debates with people. It's better to know as much as possible. Knowledge is power. With knowledge, you can execute a plan. With knowledge, you know what to change. With knowledge, blah, 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 blah. And they would always counter with, sometimes it's better not to know. And I was just like, what? I never understood that. Until recently, now that I'm older, and I'm like, oh yeah, sometimes it's better not to know certain things. And sometimes that space of being unsure, or not having things as clearly explained to you or shown to you, that is helpful. So there's something about not knowing right now, whatever answer you're seeking, whatever insight you want, whatever clarity you want, or sometimes she talks about communication. There could be a fuzziness or a static quality to the communication you're having with someone or other people, and that's fine. Because like I said, if this is you sometimes, or with certain people, it's best not to communicate if you're going to be ornery, if you're going to be a total bitch about it. Sometimes it's better to shut up. Maybe. Okay? Now your overall energy, interesting. Prince of Swords. Air sign energy. So here you are back in home base. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have a little bit of a step up from your Princess of Pentacles. A step up from your Princess of Pentacles. The Prince of Swords would be equivalent to the Knight of Swords. So overall, you have this intention, sharp intention, clear intention of what? Of what? I think you want peace of mind. But given that it's in the embodiment of the Prince of Swords, it would come at a price. Because the Prince of Swords, no offense, can be quite arrogant. I mean, he looks a little smug, right? Can be quite arrogant, insistent, kind of precocious, but not in a charming way. In that annoying, know-it-all, oh, well, according to blah, blah, blah. And it's like, nobody asked you, guy. We're at a house party. Why are you, like, over there spitting about philosophy? Like, shut the hell up. It's like that, trying to make a point or trying to assert some type of it's like wanting to assert yourself, wanting people to understand your point of view, but not really reading the room, Libra. People can understand your point, but it depends on how you present your point. It depends on how you present your perspective. Prince of Swords can also talk about not arguments like shouting and yelling, but arguments as in back and forth dialogues where each person is trying to, again, prove their point, prove their side of things, and he will not let it go. He's like a dog with a bone. So this could have been how you were. This could be how you normally behave. I'm not going to say he's not helpful. I think being aware of this energy, being aware of this behavior pattern of yours will reveal something to you, will provide you with some type of insight. But I would be careful, because I really feel that Princess of Pentacles, where you started, is really an anchor for you right now. It's really grounding you. It's really, she's giving you some, no offense, she's making you humble. And you might need to be humble right now, especially if you're here, especially if you've got a little bit of this frustration with being, out of the loop on something or not having clear answers. And then you would be insistent, and then you would be kind of, annoying. She keeps you grounded. But that's just advice. You do not have to take it, okay? So, got a little bit of a mixed bag here. I didn't really feel this in any type of area, but hopefully it resonated with you, okay? Libra, that is your reading for April. Did you like it? If you did, there's a like button down there. You can also hit the subscribe button. I would love to see more people join my little crew here, this little family that we're building up slowly but surely. So if you're not subscribed and you think you might want to subscribe, go ahead and hit that button. Also hit the notifications bell. That way you're up to speed on when I upload the monthlies and the mid-monthlies and any other random readings I'm going to end up doing. Also, please leave comments below. Let me know how this resonates in your life. Let me know who these people are that you're dealing with. I would love to know that. And of course, you can share this video across your social media platforms. Doing all of those things, it lets me know you had a good time here. And more importantly, it lets YouTube know that the content on this channel is worth circulating. And that would bring more viewers to the channel. That would bring more subscribers. That would just, you know, help me grow. And of course, grow the community, because I like interacting with you guys. The few that are out here, the few that have talked to me, I'm just like, hey, you're pretty cool. So if you want to do any of those things, that would be much appreciated, all right? Libra, I thank you so much for watching up until this point. I look forward to coming back probably in about 2 or 3 weeks when I do the mid-Aprils, okay? Until then, guys, take care. Bye.